When I first wanted to make a pen, I thought I needed a whole lot of specialized tools, a serious investment of over $500, but it's not even close. If you already have a lathe and turning tools in your shop, you're already there. Hi, I'm Barry Gross, the pen turning teacher. Let me show you exactly what you need to make a pen and why. Handmade pens are one of those things people don't throw away, not because it's perfect, but because you made it. The hardest part when you're starting isn't the turning. It's figuring out what actually matters and what doesn't. So let's keep this simple. Most of you watching this already have a lathe and turning tools. And if that's you, you're most of the way there. If you don't yet, stay with me. I'll show you the path either way. The setup is pretty straightforward. A pen kit, a blank, a few simple tools, and a way to put it all together. Drilling and gluing is where first-timers usually run into trouble. Now I want to show you something specific about these pen blanks. They come pre-cut to length, they are drilled, and they are glued for you. So you skip the hardest part. That's not cheating, it's a head start. If you're using your own blanks, you're going to have to cut, drill, glue the tubes in, and that's quite a process. But for your first pen, this makes it a whole lot simpler. This is your pen kit. This is all the hardware that makes your pen work. After the tube is glued in, the ends of the blank aren't perfectly flush with the brass. The squaring jig squares them up. Sand the blank until it's just even with the brass. Do not oversand the blank. If you do, you will shorten the tube and your pen will not fit properly when assembled. After squaring it up, the brass tube has a sharp edge. We're going to use a deburring tool to remove that sharp edge, and this helps when we go to assemble the pen. Every pen turner needs a mandrel. The mandrel will hold your pen blanks while you're turning. Align the tailstock, then tighten it up, but not too tight. Otherwise, you may bend the mandrel over time. Take light passes. Let the tool do the work. You'll see the shape start to come through. Turn your pen blanks down to the bushings, and then your finished pen parts will line up easily. At this point, this is your setup. Nothing complicated. Friction polish is my recommendation for your first pen finish. It's forgiving, easy to apply, and it looks great. It's applied with the lathe spinning, and the heat from the friction cures it right there. With just a couple of applications, you get real depth, shine, and the grain comes through. This is what a couple coats does to raw wood. To avoid any complications when assembly, please read the instructions twice and assemble once. The pen press is where everything comes together. This pen press mounts directly on your lathe. That gives you the alignment and control you don't get by pressing by hand. You're pressing the components into the blank in the correct order and to the correct depth. This is where people can run into trouble. If you're a little off, the pen won't line up right and it won't close cleanly. Everything is straight. This is where it becomes a pen.
And there you have it.
My first pen wasn't very good, but it didn't have to be. Once you get through your first one, the process becomes more straightforward and easier. If you don't want to struggle looking for individual pieces, Penn State Industries has a great bundle set that has all these pieces for you. I'm going to leave a link below so you can see what's included in the bundle set. And if you're starting from zero and don't have a lathe yet, we've put a full setup together, and that's where you start. There's a link below. Your first pen's not going to be perfect. Certainly mine wasn't, but my second one was better. And by the third, you actually have a pen you're proud enough to give to someone. The link below has everything we just went through in one place. And if you've been thinking about trying this, this is where you start. So until next time, happy turning.